Morning and God bless you wherever you are. My name is Pastor TJ Shitu over here at Charleston Revival Tabernacle, and I am excited to bring you another episode of From Our Prophetic Jungle. And this morning I start another teaching that I call the presence of God, and we're going to be observing God's word and be talking about the presence of God, the power and the quality, the grace of the presence of God. Let me bring you a reading of God's word out of Psalm chapter 29, verse 1 to verse 11. And the psalmist said, "Give unto the Lord, O ye mighty, give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thundereth. The Lord is upon many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the Lord breaketh the cedars of Lebanon. He maketh them also to skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young unicorn. The voice of the Lord divided the flames of water, of fire. The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord maketh the hinds to calve, and discovereth the forest, and in his temple does everyone speak of his glory. The Lord seated upon the floor, yea, the Lord seated king forever. The Lord will give strength unto the people. The Lord will bless his people with peace." And so you see all through Psalm chapter 29 verse 1 to verse 11, the psalmist here was simply trying to give a revelatory description of the effects of the voice and the presence of God. In Psalm chapter 29 verse 1 through verse 11, the psalmist was simply trying to give a revelatory description of the effects of the voice and the presence of the Lord. Psalm chapter 16 verse 11, he said, "Thou wilt show me the path of life, for in thy presence is fullness of joy, and at thy right hand are pleasures forevermore. Thou wilt show me the path of life, for in thy presence is fullness of joy, and at the right hand are pleasures forevermore." So point number one about the presence of God. The presence of God produces joy and amazing happiness. The presence of God produces joy and amazing happiness. And so in Psalm chapter 16 verse 11, the word pleasure was used for the lack of descriptive qualifications. Pleasures, therefore, means the endless and undescribable manifestations of God's glory. Pleasures, as used by the psalmist in trying to give a qualitative description for the carriage and essence of God's presence, means the endless and undescribable manifestations of God's glory. It means the incredible and dynamic revelations of God's power. It means the incredible and dynamic revelations of God's presence. So the presence of God causes profound excitement and pleasure. The presence of God causes profound excitement and pleasure. And one of the reasons why we're teaching and talking about the power and the grace of God's presence is so that you can appreciate the presence of God and begin to long for his presence. The psalmist says, "O Lord, one thing have I desired, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold his beauty and to inquire in his temple. For I know that in the days of trouble the Lord shall hide me in his pavilion." So that you begin to develop a passion and an hunger for his presence. By the time you understand the grace and the culture of power that are buried and embedded in the presence of the Lord. So point number one today, as we grant an introduction for the teaching on the presence of God, we understand that the presence of God produces joy and amazing happiness. The presence of God causes profound excitement and pleasure. I hope that I've been a blessing to you this morning. Once again, my name is Pastor TJ Shitu over here at Charleston Revival Tabernacle. I love you, and I look forward to coming back to you next week Sunday with another episode of From a Prophetic Jungle. God bless you.